Hello students, welcome to ShirtBack Academy. In our lesson today we're going to be covering section 1.3, Computing Basics. Let's begin. Our first topic is input. Input is any data or information that is sent to a computer by a user for processing. Users send data and information to a computer using input devices. Over here to the right, we have a screenshot of some common input devices. Input can take many different forms, including text documents, entering words in a search engine, moving and clicking your mouse, and speaking into a microphone. Input devices are the hardware that will enter the data into the computer so it can perform its normal functions. Here on this slide, we've listed some common input devices. Keyboards are devices that give us typewriter input. A mouse gives us motion input. Microphones provide spoken audio input. Digital cameras provide digital image input. Webcams provide video recording input. And finally, scanners provide electronic file input. Over in the screenshot to the right are images of those listed and several others. The opposite of input is output. Output is information that's processed by and sent from the computer. Some examples of output types include computer monitor displays, printed color pages, and external speaker audio sound. There are output types that cover all sensory types, including visual, audio, and touch. Output are the methods that people can interact with their computer machines. In the screenshot to the right, we have several common output devices. Monitor screens provide visual image output. Headphones and speakers both provide audio listening output. Printers provide paper output. Projectors provide image display. And plotters provide graphical displays. Examples of each output device are pictured to the right. Processing are the actions that a computer performs when it receives the data and information. Processing is the steps that changes user input data into output. Software processing will extract data from a stored file. Hardware processing occurs within internal computing components. Data processing is the conversion of the physical information into machine-readable code. Here on this slide, we've listed some common processing devices. The most common processing device is the CPU, or Central Processing Unit. The CPU is the device that carries out all computer program instructions. The motherboard is an internal circuit board for holding CPU, memory, and expansion buses. Expansion slots are places where extra functionalities are added through adapter cards. RAM memory is the area where data and application processes are running on the computer. And finally, we have time clock. The time clock are the internal date and hourly time settings on the computer. Storage is the retention of data by computer components and recording media for later retrieval. Volatile storage requires a constant power supply. Non-volatile storage will retain its data without electrical power. Mutability is data that can be changed or modified by the user. Finally, accessibility is the ability to retrieve data quickly in real time for the user. Pictured to the right, we have some common storage devices. USB flash drives are portable and mobile storage that have a USB connector. External storage devices are standalone devices that provide data storage. Optical drives are disk technology that store data through dye and laser technology. These are commonly DVDs and CDs. A memory card reader is a device that can retrieve and access data on form factor cards. Finally, we have media devices. Media devices are electronic file storage devices in specific formats. For example, an MP3 player plays music, and a camcorder records and plays movies. That will conclude this lesson. If you have any questions about the contents of this lesson, please review the downloadable course notes for Section 1.3. In our next section, we're going to be covering Section 1.4, Data and Information Value. We thank you for following along for the video today. We'll see you in the next lesson. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.